Good morning to all. I am Shivanshi Trivedi from Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar. Today I am going to present the design of steel intensive quarantine center for COVID-19 on behalf of Group E3. This is the overview of our presentation today. Introduction and scope of work. Last year, we have faced COVID-19 health crisis that changed our day-to-day routines. The pandemic put a stress on the limited healthcare resources. To tackle better with such pandemics in the future, we need to have better healthcare resources, and quarantine center is one of them. The design of quarantine center that are economical, modular, and take less time for construction is vital. These are the pictures of some quarantine center which we aim through this project to build. These are the design parameters that were specified in the brochure. The site location is Calcutta. The area of the building is 50 meters by 35 meters. Minimum eaves height is 7 meters and the minimum spacing for the internal column was 6 meters. The minimum grade of concrete used is M25 and for the steel it was E250. The soil bearing capacity at 3-meter depth from the ground level was 200 kilometer per meter square. Structural components. We have used portal frames for our design. We have used movement resisting joints, that is rigid joints for the connection between column and beam. We have selected the portal frame because it is cost effective as the cost of fabrication is less and the rate of erection is also more as compared to the truss, which that is why it is cost effective. It provides more clear space, it can be used for multiple purpose, and it is low maintenance. From the picture on the screen we can have an idea what we aim to design through this project. Roll steel sections are used for the column and rafters. We preferred roll steel sections over built up sections because for this project to avoid the quality control requirement, as it is a large span of 35 meters. In the picture for the connection between for apex points and eve, we have used rigid connections. We have used brace bays at the true ends to transfer the lateral load to the ground. X bracing is used to enhance the stability of the structure and to stiffen the structure. In the picture, 1 and 9 are the gable end portal frames, 2 to 8 are interior frames. The spacing between the column is 6.15 meters. We have used rectangular hollow section as bracing members. We have preferred rectangular hollow sections over ISMB due to its high moment of resistance, and they were more economical when we did the design. For the purlin, we have used ISMC. We have provided brick wall up to the height of 1 meter from the floor level. We provided brick wall in order to arrest the corrosion of the whale sheeting. Another purpose for providing brick wall, as the self weight of the brick wall, this allow the transfer of tension from the superstructure to the foundation. We have provided adequate windows inside the structure and rooftop ventilators for the purpose of natural ventilation. Transparent sheets are used to enable the lighting inside the building during the daytime. This is the plan. This is the floor plan at 0 level. This is how we placed our beds, and proper spacing between the beds was maintained, and around 120 number of beds are used here. The top picture is of the side elevation of gable end. The bottom picture is the front elevation, as you can see. Uh, This is the interior portal frame. We have used fixed supports for the exterior columns and pinned support for the interior columns. This is the sidewall framing elevation. More columns are used to resist wind load and to support the running walls. This is the 3D structural frame. It is only placed here to get the better understanding of our project. We have done only 2D analysis for the project. This is just for the better understanding. Design loads. Design loads are the maximum loads that a structure can withstand. We have done our analysis using different loads and stresses. We have followed IS codes, and IS codes classify loads as dead load, live load, wind load, and earthquake load. Dead load. We have followed IS 875 Part 1 for the calculation of dead load, and we applied it as UDL. Dead load of roof sheet bracing, purlins, and fixtures are determined, and the structure was determined using using StatPro software. Live load, we for the live load we followed IS 875 Part 2, and it was found to be 75 kg per meter square. We have applied it as UDL, and other analysis was done in StatPro. This is the calculation for dead load. We have calculated for GI sheets, fixtures, purlins, bracing, and the total dead load was 19.8 kg per meter square. Dead load on interior frame as usual was 122.76 kg per meter. Dead load on the gable end frame was 61.38 kg per meter. This is the live load calculation. The roof slope was 1 in 10, that is 5.7 degrees. We have not done the reduction due to slope because it is specified in the IS code. If the theta is more than 10 degrees, then we have to reduce the load due to slope. So here we have not reduced due to the slope. The net load came around 75 kg per meter square. On the interior frame, it was 465, and on the gable end, it was 232.5 kg per meter. Wind load. For the wind load, we followed IS 875 Part 3. The basic wind speed was taken as 50 meter per second, and we have taken four cases: wind cross with internal pressure, wind cross with internal suction, with wind with internal pressure, and wind longitudinal with internal suction. On the right hand side, we can see the two pictures. The upper one is for the positive pressure, that is internal pressure, and the bottom one is for the internal suction, that is negative pressure. Earthquake load. We as we can see on the on the seismic map of India, Kolkata falls under category 3, and we have followed IS 1893 Part 1 for the calculation, and other estimation was done using StatPro software. This is the load combination for limit state of strength. We have for the two combination of loads, we have used partial factor of 1.5. When we for the three load combinations, we have used partial load factor of 1.2. This is the load combination for limit state of serviceability, and we have used partial load factor of 1. This is the 2D frame. This is a one case of load combination. This is taken from the StatPro. Structure analysis. We have done the 2D gable end frame and interior portal frame analysis using the StatPro software. Other analysis and design like of purlin, girth, runner, roof bracing, etc. was done manually using Microsoft Excel. Three sets of load combination have been used in stat analysis, as you can see on the screen. This is the bending moment for dead load plus live load. This is taken from the Stat Pro. This is for the dead load plus wind load with internal pressure. This is the foundation plan. We have used different sizes of the foundation according to the requirement. We have used four different types of sizes. This is the foundation plan at -3 meters. This is the detail of foundation F1. We have done the design manually. The size of foundation was fixed by the geotechnical design. In geotechnical design, we ensured that there was no negative base pressure, that is, no tension is developed. We ensured that the gross minimum pressure was not less than zero, and the reinforcing detailing was done using the structural design. We have provided top reinforcement when the net minimum pressure was less than zero. This is the bolt plan at zero level. This is the base plate and bolt details. This is the interior frame, portal frame cross section. We have used ISMB 400 for the exterior columns and ISHB for the 200 for the interior frames columns, sorry, and ISMB 350 is used for the rafters. This is the gable end frame, cross section of gable end. We have used ISMB 350 for the columns and ISMB 250 for the rafters. This is the roof plan. We have provided 4 rows of transparent sheets, as you can see on the screen, uh, for the proper lighting purpose. This is the bill of quantity. We have estimated quantity of different works like for earthwork, PCC, RCC, and calculated the amount. The total amount for our construction came around 43.688 lakhs. Thank you. And I would like to thank Instag for providing us this platform to face a real life problem. And this project help us to gain technical knowledge and help us to give us the confidence to address a real issue. I would like to thank Dr. Dipti Biswal sir for guiding us throughout the project, and it helped us a lot to gain the knowledge. Thank you so much.